Hello, hello, hello. Hey, party people. It's me, Meredith UN with BU, handcrafted by God. How are you doing? I said that so fast, huh? BU, welcome back to BU, handcrafted by God, with the one and only yours truly, Meredith UN. How are you doing? Been a couple weeks since my last episode. Your girl has been doing some things over here in the area where I live, and it's been cool. My mind has been stretched. I'm going to talk to you today about pivoting. What does that mean? To pivot in life means making significant changes, right? Personal or professional. Recognizing where you're at, looking to do some things and produce some things or shift some things, and I kind of was in this place. I've been creating some stuff, and I think, how God works with me. He's like how he told Abraham, just go, get away from your country, get out of your country, get away from your family and whatnot, and just go, and I'll tell you where to go. That's kind of how he works with me sometimes, right? He just says go, and then we'll figure it out as we go. And, I've been doing some things, at least at minimum over the last 7 days that I had no idea how to do it. The platforms that I was working with, I've been creating some stuff, and I really didn't know anything about it. And as I just jumped in and began to learn and click here, do this, turn here, do that. Some things have been produced that I'm pretty stinking proud of. So I get to share that really soon, hopefully within this next week. But in order to pivot, you have to recognize that there's a need for change, right? I am not that kind of person. I do love routines. Obviously, we all need to have them. But I do like, I am simple, yet I'm spicy. I like to switch things up. I get bored. And so I really hit this place where, some of the things that I was doing, I felt like I plateaued in. And so I'm like, it's time to pivot, girl. But in order to pivot, you have to recognize that there's need for change, right? It's that self-reflection. You have to assess your current situations and take a look at those things. And you got to really identify the areas where you're dissatisfied. What does that look like for you? And how do you need to understand why you feel that way. Then you got to set your goals and stuff. And then of course there's exploring. I have been actually really in a cool season of exploring. And when you realize that there's some things inside of you that on the creating side, on the creative side, that you didn't even realize was there. I remember years ago, I was telling my husband, people used to always tell me I'm creative, and I'm like, yeah, no, I mean, I sing, but I don't consider that. I mean, yes, that is creative. That is in the creative realm. But, when I think of creative, I'm like things that you're creating, that you have a vision for, that you begin to move toward and paint or, create just some cool things and stuff. And so I've realized through the course of a journey, when I started this job working with these seniors, and I think I've shared this before, they wanted to keep a craft class. And I was like, there is no way I am crafty. I was like, I really literally thought crafting was for old people. Hello. And so, and these people were old. So anyhow, I realized I was crafty as heck and creative. And really creating is when you just open yourself up to vulnerability and try new things and explore, develop your plan. What does that look like? And then, implement your change, go through your step-by-step process, take action. So I started developing these ideas with these things, and these ideas were just coming to me. And then I prayed about it, and God spoke to me about some stuff, and I just dug in. And I'm telling you, within the last 7 days, something has unlocked inside of me that has been really, really cool to see. And so I had to really press, like they say, when I never had kids, but when the water breaks and you're having to push that baby out. Like last night at 12:30, there were some adjustments that I needed to make on this draft that I did. And I was like, I just could not shake it until I did it. And so I was able to, again, release some things that are in motion that I hopefully get to share soon. But I had to realize that I was dissatisfied with some spaces first. I had to, again, recognize the need. I had to explore some different hobbies and activities and things that I was passionate about. I mean, my number one, I'm passionate about people. I just love people and encouraging. But, there's some things in me that, God really wanted to birth through, and to be able to help bring some money into the house and stuff. And so it's been really, really cool. And, just exploring in that place and planning, setting goals, learning new things. I still can't really tell you how I did it because I don't really know. I can't teach somebody, okay, do this, do that. I really partnered with God on this. And, it comes back to me when I'm in the moment, but I definitely probably should write some of the stuff down. And then you implement those things. And I am super, super excited. I think I'm tired. I'm super excited about this thing that I've just done. And I was committed. I stayed dedicated. And so I'm super excited. I am looking forward to this next phase of this season that I'm in, because sometimes you're involved in other things and you're doing other things, and life just takes you on this journey that you're like, wait, what? Where am I? What am I doing? How did we get here? But one of my favorite scriptures, it says, Psalms 37:4, delight yourself in the Lord, and He'll give you the desires of your heart. And I think I've shared this before, probably on some of the podcasts in the past. But to delight in the original context means it means to be happy. It is that delighting space. But it also means pliable. And to be pliable, also the meaning of pliable means to be flexible. And to pivot in life, you have to be flexible in the journey. There is opportunities around every single corner. You just have to see them. And then when you see them, and you just got to go. You just got to go for it, So to pivot in life, it's about being flexible. It's about, I said flexible. Did you hear that? That's pliable and flexible together. Flexible. It's about being flexible. Be flexible, baby. It's about being proactive, flexible, resilient. So in the process of your continuing learning as human beings, adapt to situations and circumstances. Find what you can learn from it. Find how you can grow from it. Find what inspires you, and think on those things. The Bible tells us to rejoice, right? This is a day that the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it. And when you rejoice, even in the hard, because you know that this too shall pass, you're going to come out of it greater. You're going to come out of it better. And the desire should always be, how did I grow through this versus just going through it, right? And the ability to be able to take somebody else through and empower somebody else in what you learned through that process as you pivoted, as you were flexible, as you were growing versus going. So my friend, wherever you are in life today, I want to encourage you, pivot, baby. Do the doggone thing that has been in your heart. Step out, press through, push through, get your breakthrough, because I guarantee you, and I'm stirring you up right now to tell you, there really is more inside of you than you've been living. Okay, so go be great. Go be great, my friend. Until next time, I'll chat with you real soon. Bye for now.